Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. Before I even started shuffling, the 1-2 Mars Aries has come out for you guys. So this is about taking those first steps, starting something new, or really making that decision to start something new. So that's coming in really, really strongly. And I feel like it is something that you're quite very aligned to, but it's keeping you on the, I don't know, Thank you. George is agreeing with me. I was going to say it's keeping you on the straight and narrow or on a straight line, like on the path. For whatever reason, that's kind of a message coming through with this. We've also got High Priestess, Cancer, Moon, Taurus. So George is like saying hello to you, Capricorns. So yeah, with the High Priestess coming in, this means there might be this is the time. And particularly around... this may have been something you start, I feel like around a new moon, even though there is no new moon in this period. So maybe you started it at the last new moon, or you're making the decision, and a launch date or a start date might be around the new moon happening in Libra. So have a look at that because, yeah, it feels like the moon cycles are very, very important. And just really getting the idea that this is a cyclical thing. I feel like you're ready to start off. Something's coming back. An end of a cycle is coming home. The end of the cycle, something's coming back home, and it's ready to kind of offload something, offload a whole heap of cargo is kind of what I'm getting. This is just kind of a random thing, Capricorn. I'm getting you're offloading a whole heap of baggage or information or goods or something that you have found on the previous journey that you've been on, whether this is like an actual journey or a soul journey. It's like you're ready to release and to it's like stopping at a station and going, okay, I'm going to rest for the night and then I'm going to start something new. So it is, again, this sense of an end of a cycle, which is actually really interesting coming through here. So Capricorn, I should say this reading is for September the 16th through to the 30th. And it is moving from fellow earth sign Virgo into Libra. So that's why I feel like the conception of this, whether you started it or not, was around that Virgo new moon. Around there, it might have just been a little seed sparkling off into the universe, but it feels like it's growing and growing and growing. So yeah, it is like this could be an idea that returns to you as well. I just keep getting something returns to you. Something's coming back or coming back home. So it's interesting. And Capricorn, I want to say just quickly that this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. So if you know all of your placements, it's great to listen to all three to get the fuller picture of what's going on for you. Plus, the Empress has just come out. Wow, that is amazing. Venus has come in again with Libra and Taurus and Pisces. So a lot of like Taurus coming through for you as well. But just before, yeah, this is a general reading, Capricorn, so just take what feels right and leave the rest and you'll get the right messages. And if it does really resonate, there is an extended reading. The link is in the description box below. So with the High Priestess and the Moon card coming out, wow. This is a very, very fortuitous time to be starting something, and you'll be getting some very, very strong synchronistic messages around this. There may be a partnership involved with this. There's a sense of something moving and expanding into a bigger space, and it brings prosperity and abundance with this Empress energy. So this could be a new relationship. It can also just be a new phase. But either way, the High Priestess has got information for you, and part of this information might be coming back to you around this. But also it could be bringing synchronicities and gifts back with you. It could be spiritual gifts that are returning or something like that, or something that you've gathered along the journey that is now at a state where it can be dropped off and utilized. If that makes any sense, I'm kind of getting this interesting journey coming through. We have Temperance, lovely, beautiful. And again, there's a sense of balance coming back, restoring, coming back to yourself, but also a great time to start looking at setting some future goals, some future long-term goals again. So interesting. A new path is opening up here for you, Capricorn. Now, just as we're mentioning that, I just wanted to tell you about an exciting new project that I have just launched about a week ago called My Glow Space. It is a YouTube channel and it's kids meditations and sleep soundscapes for babies. So if you've got kids, you know anyone that's got kids, you're a grandparent or your inner child is calling, I'd love it if you go and check that out, and any support would be greatly appreciated. So anyway, let's move on for you. I feel like you're ready to dip your toe back in for something, but this is again, there's this sense of alignment that's coming in. With the Temperance card, it's like one foot's on the ground and one foot's connected to spirit with this. And so it brings the flow back, which is very nice. And it feels kind of there's some kind of divine support is the word, crossed by the Hermit. That I think is coming in here. So interestingly, it's crossed by the Hermit. I do feel like this is, the Empress twice coming through. Wow. The Lovers card, big decision to come through. The Nine of Wands, there's the end of the cycle. The Knight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Try saying that as 3 times as a riddle, a tongue. Oh, can't even say it. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Tongue twister. I do feel like this is something, like I said, that started in Virgo season but hasn't quite appeared as an opportunity until now. So the timing is interesting with this. So you're kind of getting that the time is right now for this, but it does require this sense of unpacking, resting, and just getting your energy back, replenishing. So this is you, the Page of Wands, George is here. There's a lot of wands here. You're kind of gathering your strength to start off on this new journey, looking at something. The Seven of Cups, beautiful. Lots of options are coming up, lots of choices, and we are seeing one very big choice in particular. And I think there's a significant relationship around this as well. The Queen of Swords, and we have the Death card. There's a huge transformation coming in. Wow. And at the base, the Queen of Pentacles. Goodness gracious, this is amazing, Capricorn. And I just want to pull one last card, Judgment with Death as well. Wow. Okay, so there's some big energies, and this is a Capricorn energy. The Queen of Pentacles, I love it, coming in coming back. The part of this is coming back to yourself, but I feel like there's this huge personal transformation. This next voyage, this next journey you're about to go on is a big one. There could be heralding some interesting and big things you're stepping into. There could be announcements as well around this. So yeah, interesting. So we've kind of talked about the Temperance card crossed by the Hermit. So this is where it may feel like you haven't had any time to yourself, and you need to have that time to yourself. You need to kind of have that space, or you haven't even been able to kind of go deep within and find some answers within yourself. It's kind of felt like it's been busy, like the other things have been taking your energy here. So yeah, interestingly, this new path aligns, and the balance is lovely. It's a lovely energy, that Temperance, because it's like, it's really great for the adrenals, for stress, balance gets restored. And sometimes, like with the Temperance card, you don't even realize something was out of balance until it comes back into balance. And we're kind of getting with the High Priestess, something coming back. And yeah, that could be very highly synchronistic. Now, there's a powerful time for manifestation. Interestingly, this is in your conscious mind, the Empress, which is some really positive results. This could be around love. The Empress brings more of everything, all of the good stuff. So she can bring an abundant harvest. It can bring a lot of love as well, this card. So the fact you've got double Empress right kind of squaring this, I feel like, this is double abundance with whatever it is that you're starting here. And like I said, if this is a new relationship, this energy is going to be big, but it can also be whatever it is. It could be starting a new job. It just feels like starting a new hobby, starting something new seems really important. So That Empress energy, very, very strong. Venus is coming in, maybe want to beautify things, but I think she's mostly expanding your world. So, and at the base, we have the Lovers. So this is where there is a choice to step into something and to leave something behind, to let go of that old cycle. But it can also represent a soulmate energy that's happening deep down. I do feel like, this is a blessed union. If this is coming in, it's very significant, and the High Priestess will bring this to you, or will bring blessings and news around this to you as well. The Lovers card, I do feel that it actually represents a really strong choice, because you need to choose to step into this. This is something big on offer here. It's got a lot of potential, promises a lot, but it's really your choice. So here's the recent past, the Nine of Wands, and this is kind of the weary traveler. Wary and weary of life. You've been through it. This is the journey. You've fought all these battles, you've survived. It hasn't been easy, but you've been on this long journey, and now it's time to let go of the struggle. But there's a part of you that it's kind of like when you come back after a long day or a journey and you're exhausted and you just plonk into your bed, and there's a part of you that can't quite let yourself relax at first. If you're super tired, then you can. But it's like when you've been super busy and now you've got a day off, and it's like, oh, can I actually trust this and relax into it? So it's just that last minute finishing off of some things. And the Nine of Wands can be that you've been working really hard, or you're just really tired, like something's taken your energy and you need a little break. And so that's what it's great with the Temperance card. That's really good for that to be coming in. And that can be going and seeing someone around wellness as well, a wellness practitioner or a healthcare practitioner if you need to be doing that. We also have in the near future the Knight of Wands. So I love this because this is off on the next adventure. There's not much time to rest here, I have to say, Capricorn. It's like something comes back and something leaves, almost like two ships in the night passing each other. So there might actually be this transition phase as well. That's where we're kind of seeing two things starting to flow. So, yeah, some positive change. And this is where hold on to your prairie rugs. You're off on the ride and searching. Again, both of these cards, the Knight of Wands and the Temperance, is a Sagittarius energy. And both of that is around casting the net long and wide, and then willing to do the work in order to get to that next goal. So, yeah, there is a long distance associated with this. There could be travel associated with this, or going something to do with foreign lands or foreign connections. I just feel like it's like you're casting a longer distance this time, or it could be related to a longer time distance, like further down the track. Now we're thinking 10 years, 20 years. So it could be anything to do with that. There's a distance that's coming in here. And this relationship could actually be a long distance relationship. It could be to do with trade routes or anything like that. So it's kind of getting things like that. But the Page of Wands is coming in. This is you. So you're looking at something. I do feel like you know what this is, because you're looking at it and going, this could actually bring in some interesting results, some good growth. And it may have been in an area where there hasn't been a lot of positive results up until now. Interestingly, the Page of Wands is in the desert and just starting to see some positive new growth now. Even though it's very early stages, or you might not even started this yet, it is about taking that first step. But interesting with the High Priestess, I keep given that the camels being in the desert, and now it's time for some things to start flourishing again. So that's why there's been a long period of going without or surviving just on just enough of the bare minimum for something. So that's all about to shift and change, which is actually really nice. But part of this, the reason this is coming in this way is because there's the acknowledgement of where you've been as to where you are now and where you're going. So that seems very important, those three phases as well. And it can be related to generations, like the three different generations, like child, parent, grandparent, or it could be related to stages of life as well. So it's kind of got this very linear and definite time frame that's happening here, which actually is going to suit you. So, you know, surrounding you, you've got this Seven of Cups, which is lots of choice, lots of things opening up. Some of them are good, some of them not so good. It really is going to take about a bit of discernment about what is the right option here. And yeah, because I feel like there is a lot to choose. There's a lot of choice here. So this can represent busy. It can also represent feeling overwhelmed by something as well. So I just keep getting with you guys, really watch your energy levels. Make sure you're coming back, replenishing yourself, drinking enough water, some basic things, getting enough sleep. I don't know about you guys, but Neptune's been disrupting sleep patterns recently. So, you know, that's also something that hopefully it'll be gone by this time, but that's something that's come in recently. Well, at the time of recording this, we have the Queen of Swords as hopes and fears. And this is kind of an interesting one because this is having a very clear head and be able to see the path clearly and kind of almost giving yourself permission to do this. Like your head goes, okay, you've got the go ahead. So that's part of what's happening with this decision making, is that someone needs to give permission, whether this is you or somebody else. And it is also about like not being scared to do it and not being confused about it, just being very clear about what this is. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that's obviously very important. But look at this as an outcome. You've got the Death card and the Judgment card. Both cards of huge personal transformation, change, rebirth, a big karmic cleanse, clearing out of a lot of old energy to make way for the new. This is big, and that's why it's right next to the Empress as well. You know, it's a big clear out and a big shift and change. And so it's almost like, you know, showing me that like a cupboard and it's jam-packed full of stuff. And it's like I'm not even using half of that stuff because it's packed in so tightly. And it's like if you take half of that out, then it creates space for the new. And so, or even all of it out. So it's just this sense of that happening. But this very big change, but it feels really, really positive coming through here. Because at the base, we have the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is your card. This is you coming back to you. It can be about daily routines. It can be about setting up structures to look after your money, your health, programs, routines, very caring for yourself, caring for your physical needs, your resources, all of that sort of stuff. But you're really coming back to yourself and feeling a little bit more in control. That's part of what this is, but it could very easily feel out of control with a lot of some of this energy around you. So that's why keep coming back to yourself, keep coming back, checking back in with your health, your energy. How are you feeling? How's the security feeling? How's home feeling? How's work feeling? How's money feeling? All of these things. Who's looking after you? Who's caring for you? If there's no one around, then it's you've got to look after yourself kind of energy, or else are you caring for? So it's got this, there's responsibility with this, but it feels like coming back home to home base. And that's kind of what we're getting coming back. A part of you's coming back here, which is really beautiful, Capricorn. So, but just as it comes back at something, yeah, leaves again, goes off on the next journey. So it's kind of, yeah, like I said, cyclical. So let's see, let's pull an affirmation card for you. So this is why I'm getting like health. This is a great time if there's something that's been niggling you and you've been super busy and you've wanted to get it checked out. This is a really great time to go get that checked out by somebody as well, like a healthcare practitioner of some sort as well. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong, but it's just like a good time because it's like you're at the station. This is the time to restock and to refuel and to do any of those things that you need to do before setting off. So yeah, that's kind of like a check-in kind of energy. So what do we have? We have, I release all fears and doubts. That's what we're seeing with the Queen of Swords. I accept myself and create peace in my mind and heart. I now choose to free myself from all destructive fears and doubts. I am loved and I am safe. Now, that is really beautiful. And I think you're going to feel the love, actually. And interestingly, with the High Priestess, that does bring a sense of, with the Cancer energy and the Venus energy, it does bring that energy of feeling loved and supported and safe with it as well. So if you're not feeling like that, seek out those energies and find them, because they're around you. And even the High Priestess will bring them in for you or point you in that direction as to who would be good. And it might not be who you're thinking. It might be someone new, but it does feel like there are people around you that can, really support you. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, beautiful. We have the treble clef, the musical note, like the musical signature. And it represents a higher octave. Absolutely. So we're talking about like that higher frequency of lifting out of negativity, of lifting out of any fear and really connecting with setting goals, setting structures, stepping into your power, getting ambitious, coming back home to yourself. So this is the message that you're getting here, Capricorn. And it could be that music is actually something where you will be getting these messages from the High Priestess. Music might be significant for you, and hearing messages through song. So and it's also about frequency, about being at that higher frequency. And when you're at that higher frequency, that's when all this energy can start to flow. So it is a very interesting reading coming in for you, and it's so fortuitous with the Empress and the High Priestess, double Empress. So whatever it is that you're making the decision to start, and I feel like this is something you're going to want to step into, but it may require that decision of saying yes to something and shutting the door on something else, then this is going to have this huge effect, really huge effect that's coming in here. So, and it's going to precipitate this big transformational period for you. So, it's beautiful energy coming in. So that's where I'm going to leave it, Capricorn. I nearly called you Empress for a second. That's where I'm going to leave it, Empress. So that's where I'm going to leave it, Capricorn. And we're going to take it over to the extended reading now, because I want to know what else is happening with this new cycle, this new journey, this new adventure that you're going on. And again, it could be travel, like I said, but it also what's happening with this rebirth, this huge transformation, what's coming in after that. That's really, really important. So we're going to look at all of that in the near future and the future beyond in the extended reading, plus any other intuitive messages that you need to hear. And then we're going to tune in and focus in particularly on career, money, love and relationships. And we're going to focus in on those three areas and really get some specifics. So that's all in the extended reading. I'd love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. I usually pin it to the comments as well. And if this is where we're leaving each other, Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to support the growth of this channel, please like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. Did I say subscribe? I can't remember. But you know what I'm saying. And I'm going to leave you with my just a little plug for my new channel, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.